Let the world hate, as long as you understand. This statement was spoken by Jungkook to Jimin, and it happened just an hour ago. Why could such a simple sentence shake a global fan base and spark massive emotional speculation on social media? Is it merely an expression of affection between friends? Or is there something deeper, more personal, more vulnerable? An hour ago, the K-pop world seemed to pause. Amid the bustle of solo comeback preparations and an increasingly packed schedule, came an unexpected moment. Jungkook, in a brief yet clear interaction, delivered that line to Jimin: "No makeup, no distractions, just sincerity." The sentence quickly spread, igniting serious discussions about the emotional dynamics behind their relationship and the persistent pressure shadowing them as global public figures. The sentence did not appear in a performative context. It wasn't part of a song lyric, not a snippet from a promo interview, and not a dramatized edit from a variety show. It was a real statement, spontaneously uttered backstage after a recording session, accidentally captured by an internal production staff camera. That few-second clip leaked into the public space, and from that moment on, interpretation after interpretation began to emerge. But what exactly is the meaning behind that sentence? Why did Jungkook choose to say it now and to Jimin? In the context of BTS members' famously close and empathetic bond, the sentence carries extraordinary emotional weight. Many fans interpret it as a quiet show of support from Jungkook to Jimin, who has recently come under the spotlight due to public opinion pressure and persistent rumors. Jungkook, known for being calm, rational, and rarely displaying emotional expression on camera, this time chose extremely personal words. No diplomatic embellishment. No celebrity small talk. Just one sentence, but one that carries a powerful message: that the sincere understanding of one person matters far more than the world's shallow judgment. The public asked, does this indicate that Jimin is going through certain mental pressures? Is there internal conflict between them? Or on the contrary, does this signify a deep emotional solidarity? Sources close to HYB management have not made any official comment, but some staff, who requested anonymity, revealed that the conversation occurred after an intensive practice session when Jimin appeared physically and emotionally exhausted. Even more interesting, the moment doesn't stand alone. A few days earlier, Jimin had posted a short message on a fan community platform that read, "Sometimes we just need one person who believes. No more." That sentence is now directly linked to what Jungkook said today, reinforcing suspicions that the two are engaged in a deeply human, private dialogue, far from the camera's glare and the industry's expectations. Analysts of Korean pop culture view this moment as an important reflection of the emotional state of artists within a tightly controlled entertainment industry that demands perfection. Words like this don't just come out of nowhere. It's a soft form of resistance against public pressure, said Professor Lee Jae-hyun, a mass communication expert from Korea University. We're not watching a scripted drama. We're witnessing a human being speak honestly. Meanwhile, thousands of fans expressed their empathy, voicing that the relationship between BTS members is living proof that the greatest strength doesn't always come from numbers or popularity, but from unconditional understanding and support between one another. The power of a simple sentence becomes a reminder that even in a world full of noise, there is still space for sincerity. That in the entertainment world, which often wraps everything in image and sensation, there remains room for words that come from the heart, not from a script. An hour ago, Jungkook spoke not as an idol, not as a global star, but as a friend, a caring human being. And in that one sentence, he didn't just voice empathy for Jimin, but stirred millions of hearts who have ever felt judged, misunderstood, and forgotten by the world. Let the world hate, as long as you understand. That sentence has now become a symbol of the courage to remain oneself, of steadfastness in the midst of a storm, and of the meaning of a bond deeper than just what appears on a screen. Now all eyes are on them. But not because of controversy. Rather, because of the courage to show that behind the glitter, there is a quiet space mutually protected. And that, perhaps, is the purest form of love and friendship. However, after the storm of emotion subsided, a bigger and more important question began to surface. Is this moment truly real? Or are we witnessing a narrative deliberately constructed to create a viral effect, steer public empathy, and quite possibly strengthen personal or group branding amidst the fierce competition of the entertainment industry? The brief footage circulating on TikTok, emotional reaction clips from YouTube, and screenshots from Twitter do give a strong impression that the interaction occurred naturally. But can social media, with all its algorithms, truly be considered a fully trustworthy source of information? To what extent can the authenticity of a moment be preserved in a sea of edits, filters, and curated narratives? It is important for us to admit, in this digital era, the difference between an authentic moment and a beautifully crafted scenario can be extremely thin. A video clip can be taken out of context. A word can sound different when paired with emotionally stirring music. And most dangerously, our emotions as an audience can be manipulated without us realizing it. Are we witnessing the truth, or are we being shown a very clever script? Some even speculate that Jungkook's statement was deliberately leaked, in an effort to divert attention from other sensitive issues developing around the agency or the industry. Is this merely a coincidence in timing? Or a strategy carefully designed by their communications and marketing team? We urge readers not to immediately accept every viral piece of information as absolute truth. Do not rush to conclude that this moment reflects emotional honesty without first verifying its authenticity. Has the video been confirmed by official sources? Has the full context of the conversation been released to the public? Or are we merely seeing fragments of a story not yet complete, but which we've already come to believe as fact? Let us reflect. Why are we so quickly moved by a single sentence? Is it because it was spoken by Jungkook, someone we admire? Or is it because we ourselves are searching for justification, comfort, or hope behind those words? In other words, is our reaction a form of empathy or a reflection of our craving for emotional drama presented by the media in a world increasingly saturated with content? It's crucial that we start asking the following questions. Who benefits from this moment going viral? Why did this event surface now? Are there similar patterns from past cases that we can compare? And most importantly, am I thinking for myself, or am I being directed to think? We do not wish to diminish the emotional weight of Jungkook's statement, if indeed he truly said it. But precisely because its meaning is so powerful, we must be more cautious in absorbing and spreading it. Words hold power, but that power can become a double-edged sword if not grounded in verification and full context. I end this case. The public's role is critical. We, as consumers of information, bear an ethical responsibility not to participate in spreading narratives whose sources and purposes remain unclear. We must become discerning viewers, not just followers of viral waves easily manipulated. That is why we emphasize, although this article refers to various sources such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other media, the truth of this information still needs further verification.